everybody hurts. Everybody hurts. I don't drink. I've never had a drink in my life. I've never had a drink in my life. When Pastor Pinkley asked me, and I said, golly, I've spoken on a lot of subjects. I've dealt with a lot of people with a lot of different issues. But hopefully y'all be able to see the video. And I'm going to step out of the way. Let me introduce myself. I never told you I was a deacon. Titles, I'm not big on titles. I just wanted you, when we met, me for me. If I start talking about me being at my church and I am a deacon and I serve under Pastor Dovine, I've been at Evergreen for 40 years. Law enforcement, I've been in that. I showed this video one day, and I always open all of my presentations with that picture. And I did it once, and a lady asked me, she said, why do you call yourself a champion of law enforcement? And I thought about that a second, and I said to her, what made Mike Tyson a champion? Because Mike Tyson could get in the ring, and he could knock people out within the first round. And most of the time, Mike Tyson was not injured. I've been in law enforcement at a combined time of 31 and a half years. Security, Shreveport PD, Cattle Sheriff's Office. And in that time, I've never fired my weapon at anybody, never shot anybody, never killed anybody, never hurt anybody. And I walked out without being hurt. That's why I consider myself a champion of law enforcement. And I've practiced treating people like I would want to be treated. And again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to support me. I'm going to do this presentation, and when I finish, I'm going to say something that you've heard before, but I guarantee, Pastor, can you see? Because I want to stand here so everybody can see. Okay, because I'm going to refer to the video. But again, it was Pastor Pinkley's idea to talk about drinking and driving. She felt it was necessary, being the season. So I was glad to oblige her, as we would say. And now here's the thing: I've spoken in a lot of places, but Pastor Pinkley has never heard me speak. But for some reason, she believed in me when we met. She believed in me, and I think it was the introduction that Carol gave me. And I've been knowing him since he was a little boy. But I'm going to go on with the presentation. And again, this presentation is going to be about drinking and driving. And I showed that video because that video is powerful. And everybody that was injured in that video, they were not drinking and driving. They were not drinking and driving. So I said earlier, you can be right and still end up being dead. But in the state of Louisiana, it is illegal to drive with a blood alcohol concentration. That's why I wanted you to move, because I'm going to walk about right here. Is that okay? Okay. It is illegal to drive in the state of Louisiana with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or above. Later on in this presentation, I'm going to tell you how to get to that. But if you are a minor, even though we have minors, and what's considered a minor is a person under the age of 21 or a person driving a commercial vehicle. If you are a minor, your blood alcohol concentration level can't be 0.12 or 0.02 or above. And if you're the driver of a commercial vehicle, it can be 0.04%. And I'll tell you later how we get to that. But in the state of Louisiana also, narcotics, you can be under the influence of narcotics, and it's the same as being under the influence of alcohol. And it could be anything from marijuana, amphetamines, tranquilizers, or barbiturates, any kind of drug, and the penalty is the same thing. And when we start talking about the penalty, I'll get to that later, but alcohol affects us differently. I don't drink at all, so I could have, and I'm gonna really demonstrate this when it comes to the amount. You will definitely be amazed at the amount. But the blood alcohol concentration level, it affects us differently. It affects us differently. It can be anything from your physical size. It can be anything from medication you've taken But like I said, if a person like me barely drinks, then I could be impaired by just an ounce of hard liquor. An ounce of hard liquor. I'm going the wrong way on my video. Hold on. The speed of alcohol absorption in your body is affected by, again, a lot of things. Like I said, it's food, but a person drinking alcohol, if you drink it real fast, when I was little, I used to say about my uncle, he could drink all day long and he could not get drunk. But what had happened was the alcohol, his tolerance level, you can build up a tolerance level against alcohol. And some people, you see them, they drink a case of beer a day. But they will lie. They lie to you when they say it makes them drive better. Anything that you put in your body in the form of alcohol or drugs that impairs your vision, it does not make you drive better. It does not make you drive better. I don't know why I like this video. If you look at this guy right here, he done had a little bit too much to drink. His vision is impaired. His vision is impaired. So he's looking at this ogre-looking guy, and he says, "Hey, baby, you're looking good tonight." Well, come on, his vision is impaired. His vision is impaired. And it's not necessarily the type of drink that you could drink that would have you impaired. It's the amount of alcohol ingested over a period of time. And we have this misconception about drinking black coffee, exercising, or taking a cold shower that will sober you up. I tell you again, that is a lie. The only thing sobers you up is time, and it's best to sleep it off. Sleep it off. Here's what I put together. I put together this chart, and this is a chart based on the amount of alcohol you could drink. I said 1 beer, you can see that, 1 ounce glass of wine or a shot. And what I did, I'm going to show you what a shot would be considered, the amount of drink that would be considered a shot. And it says 1 ounce of hard liquor. This is 2 ounces. That's 2 ounces of hard liquor. My chart goes up to 240. So for a person of my size, 240, if I drink 6 of these, that would put it about right there. 6 of them. That would have me legally intoxicated. Now, you take a person that weighs 100 pounds, they don't need 6 of these to be intoxicated. 2 of these, I'm sorry, looking at it, 3 of these, if you can see it. 100 pounds, 3 of them, 3 of these, and that'll put it about right there. They would be legally intoxicated. Legally intoxicated. So anytime you see a person drink 1 beer, they sit for a while, that beer gets absorbed into their bloodstream. That's what makes their blood alcohol level goes up. And the more they drink, and that alcohol has no way of escaping, it makes your blood alcohol level go up. And I'm telling you this because we all go to parties. We all go to parties, and we enjoy these parties, we do, and we see people walk away and they're drunk and we allow them to drive. And if you ever have a party at your house and you have liquor and a person gets drunk at your house and they leave and have an accident, guess who's responsible? And we call it a good time. But it's a good time until something happens. Here in the city we have local law enforcement. They conduct sobriety checkpoints. And they will have one, well, it's raining tonight. If it wasn't raining, I'm sure they would have a sobriety checkpoint out tonight. But if you're ever pulled over by a police officer and he conducts a field sobriety test and you are found to be intoxicated, you will be going to jail. A field sobriety test, and I'm gonna ask for 1 volunteer. I need 1 volunteer. I'm gonna put this mic down. Hopefully you can. I need 1 volunteer. I'm gonna let the pastor volunteer. And what I'm gonna do, I have some glasses.
I never drink.
And she never drank before, but these glasses gonna simulate, and I'm gonna give her the minor amount, Pastor, the minor amount
These are .25. That's 2 times the legal. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I put together this line right here. No. This is the easy part. Walk the line now. Walk the line toe to heel, toe to heel. Now you hear everything from they have you repeating your ABCs backwards. I cannot say my ABCs backwards. I've heard officers say that, and I've looked at them funny. I cannot say my ABCs backwards, but there is a series. But just for the sake of time, Pastor, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have you put these glasses. These glasses simulate your vision being impaired because you are at a blood alcohol concentration level of 0.17. 0.17. That's a little over 2 times the limit. If you don't want to put them on your head, I would have you put them on your eyes. But now here's what I'm going to do. And y'all watch me. Put your arms down, Pastor. Spin around 1 time. I'm going to put you on the line. Okay, we'll put you on the line. And I want you to walk that line. Look down and walk the line. Walk the line.
Okay, the line's over here.
Okay, walk the line. Keep walking it. Keep walking it. Oh, there you're doing good. Stop now. Just stop. Take your glasses off. Take your glasses off. Now, these glasses simulate a 0.17. Thank you, Pastor. You did good. You did real good. You did real good. For a drunk person. Now, when you're out and that officer does that, and there are several different series, a case like that, she would fail the test. She would fail the test. She would definitely fail the test. If you are arrested for drinking, and it leads to a conviction, your insurance rates are going up. If they allow you to drive at all, but the rates will definitely go up. That's if they allow you to drive at all. I like this question. Somebody asked, what if I refuse to take the chemical test? What if I refuse to take the chemical test? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. In Louisiana, we have what is called an implied consent law. When you go and get driver's license and you sign on the dotted line, you are saying that if Officer Friendly come up and say, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sir, have you been drinking tonight? You have agreed to take a chemical test, whether it be in the form of blood, breath, or urine. If a police officer has reasonable cause to believe that you're under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Now, he only has to believe it, but there's going to be some other thing. He will smell a strong odor of alcoholic beverage on your breath. When you get out of the car, if you cannot stand, you have to lean on the car. And if he say to you, I need you to recite your ABCs, and this has happened a lot. They said I said from A to Z, all of them. They said ABC, XYZ. And I said, that's it? I said all of them. He said, how many is it? 26. You said all 26. Say them one more time for me. ABC, XYZ. I said, thank you, sir. Then we go on. But if you refuse, your license is going to be automatically suspended for 180 days. Automatically. And if it's your second refusal, your driver's license is going to be suspended for 545 days. A lot of times people take the test and they say, well, I know I had a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to blow .08. And if it's not .08, you will get charged with a lesser charge, but it won't be drinking while intoxicated. Here are some of the fines. Your first fine, and these fines are stiff. These are general fines, because most likely when you stop for DWI, you have done something else. DWI, DUI, same thing. Driving under the influence, driving while intoxicated. The first offense, you go to jail, it's a $1,000 fine. plus court costs, and depending on if there are other traffic tickets. A lot of times they'll suspend your license for 90